Here. Today we talk about the minor types of questions. In the previous lectures we discussed the major types of questions. Today we have the minor types. In general we have two main types of minor questions: exclamation or exclamatory questions and rhetorical questions. Concerning the first type, exclamatory questions, we have the form, which is the question. If you look here, hasn't she grown? Here the form, we start with the auxiliary has. Okay, of course we have the question is negative with function is of course with no question mark, but the function isn't to seek information. But as you see here, that to seek the listener's agreement. I have, or I'm sure that she has grown, of course, but I want to confirm this information, so I say, hasn't she grown? And in this way, we express our attitude with this type, or in order to seek the listener's agreement about what I say. Okay, either when the question is positive, the same, it expresses a strong positive conviction. So, the second type of minor questions, we have rhetorical questions. With rhetorical questions, concerning the structure of rhetorical questions, they are divided into two types. We have yes-no rhetorical questions and we have double-edged rhetorical questions. With yes-no rhetorical questions, we have either positive or negative rhetorical questions, with the function that, again, we don't want to seek information from the listener, but we require or we express another function. The same thing with rhetorical double-edged questions. We don't need information about or from the listener about something, but we require to state something. So with the rhetorical questions, the function is a statement. You see here, it is forceful statement. When the yes-no rhetorical question is positive, so actually we have negative, strong negative assertion. I mean, I want to express indirectly strong negative assertion. Like this question, is that the reason for despair? Here I don't want the listener to show or to give me information about the content of this question, but I want to say indirectly that surely that is not, you see, this is what I mean, the implied meaning, which is a statement, and this statement is negative. That is not a reason what I want to express. So what I mean, the function of this question, look here, is forceful statement. If the question is positive, there we don't have negation here. Okay, so I mean something which is negative. I want to confirm this. If the rhetorical question is negative, like this one, that is no one going to defend me? I mean, or the meaning I want to confirm here, surely someone is going to defend me. It means I want to say something which is positive. So with a rhetorical question, if we have whether we have positive or negative yes no rhetorical question, actually we don't ask for the sake of a question in order to seek information, but here we want to express something. We want to state statement. If the question is positive, I mean something negative. Of course it's assertion, negative assertion. If I say something negative, I mean something which is positive. When we talk about double-edged, look at this tab. Rhetorical questions, it is the same. Okay, so when it is positive, who knows? Nobody knows. Who knows? The double-edged word can be replaced by negative element. Who knows? Who cares? Okay, nobody. Who? Nobody. Knows? Knows. You see here. Who knows? Nobody knows. Who cares? Nobody cares. What difference does it make? It makes no difference. What difference? No difference. The same again here. We don't have the aim is not to seek information, but indirectly functions as a statement. So to this point, we have finished the topic of the questions in the with the two types of the questions, when we talk about major types or we talk about minor types. All in all, we have five types of questions. So if we talk about the major types, we have yes, no questions, devilish questions, and alternative questions. With the minor types, we have two, which are the exclamation or exclamatory questions and rhetorical questions. With the major types, we ask in order to seek information, to confirm or to supply, and so on. But with the minor types of questions, actually we don't require to seek information from the listener, but we make a statement indirectly in the form of a question. So, general points about questions, if we want to summarize, and the form of questions, that we use non-assertive forms with the questions, because here we talk about uncertainty. This requires non-assertive forms, okay, with the certain features, the elements or the string of words in the structure of the sentence. Right now we have finished the topic of questions, dear students, and see you next lecture.